Hello everyone, welcome back. Zargot here. So it's like we've entered the spoiler season for Rivals of Ixalan. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of talk about a few of the cards that were spoiled today. Hope you're going to enjoy talking about the cards with me. If you do, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with my videos. So let's take a look at our first card here. This got me the Thrashing Brontodon. Really like this card. I mean, it's a 3/4 for 3. I mean, that's pretty powerful. I mean, it's double green, but it's not a big deal. And it does have the secondary ability to be able to sacrifice it, destroy artifact or enchantment without tapping it. So I think that's going to be a pretty good card. Next, we've got the Frilled Death Spitter. I like this as well. 3 for 3, 2. It's good on the curve. It's a dino. And, it's got enraged do damage to target opponent. I like that as well. And you may be able to trigger this multiple times during a match. We've got Galta Primal Hunger. This is a beast. A 12/12. Granted, it costs 12, but the fact that you reduce its casting costs by the power of your creatures. I mean, if you're playing green, you're playing dinos, I think you're going to be able to get this guy on the board by turn 4 or 5. Then we've got Zaltalpa, the Primal Dawn. This is a beast. Flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. I mean, it's a 4/8, so its power isn't huge, but I mean, vigilance, double strike, trample, flying, this is going to be really tough to deal with, and this is definitely going to be a card I'm going to snag. We got the surprise of a black dino here, Tetsamok, Primal Death. I mean, this is a 6/6 Death Touch for 6, which is decent, but the ability to be able to reveal it from your hand for a black, you have to play it on your turn, of course, and put a counter on one of their creatures, and then when you cast Tetsamok, he destroys all creatures that have a counter on it. I think this is going to be definitely a limited bomb. Don't know if we'll see any play in Constructed, but I'm definitely looking forward to it in Draft. So we got a few new Merfolk here. 3 for 2/3 River Darter, can't be blocked by dinosaurs. Just seems like a just a normal kind of Merfolk here. It'll probably be relevant, probably maybe even more of a sideboard card. We got Silvergill Adept. I really like this. This is a good sort of payoff card, I think, for Merfolk. It's a 2/1 when you need it to be, and then later in the game, it's a 2/1 that draws you a card. So I think this is going to be fine. I'll snag as many of these as I can from Merfolk deck. Then we have Kamina, Tyrant of Orska. I mean, this guy's a beast. 2/4 for 3. It's a Merfolk Shaman. You can tap a Merfolk, he becomes unblockable on return. Tap 3 untapped Merfolk you control, draw a card. Tap 5 untapped Merfolk and let you put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. This guy is crazy. In Limited, this card is going to be insane. I mean, these abilities don't have to be used on your turn, so you can hold them up till the end of your opponent's turn. This might even see Constructed play. I'm not exactly sure how strong Merfolk are in Constructed, but if anything's going to put them there, this is definitely the card to do it. So we got Tendershoot Dryad. This is a card with the Ascend ability. Basically, if you have 10 permanents, you get the City's Blessing, which is kind of like a Planeswalker emblem. It looks like it's something you really can't interact with. But having the City's Blessing lets this guy have a secondary ability. Basically, during each upkeep, you're going to get to make a 1/1 Saproling. But if you have City's Blessing, all your Saprolings get +2/+2. So this guy can be cranking out 3/3 Saprolings each turn with the City's Blessing. Pretty strong and limited. Don't know if it's going to see any standard play or anything of that nature. We got Secrets of the Golden City. I like this card a lot, actually. 2 blue and a color, sorcery speed lets you draw 2 cards, but if you have City's Blessing, you can draw 3 cards instead. I mean, this card's fantastic. I mean, 3 to draw 2 is pretty standard, but the uptick of being able to draw 3 sometimes. And then we got Dust Charger here. It's 4 for 3/3, so you got yourself a Hill Giant, and if you got the City's Blessing, it's actually going to be a 5/5. It gets +2/+2. So this card is fine, fine on the curve. Like that a lot. And then we do have Vana's Hunger. Kind of an interesting card here. It's an instant speed sacrifice effect. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. But I like that if you have the City's Blessing, it makes each opponent sacrifice half their creatures rounded up at instant speed. Very strong. Okay, and then we've got Journey to Eternity. This card seems pretty interesting, actually. You attach it to a creature. When the creature dies, the creature comes right back into play, and you get to transform this into a card that essentially lets you recur any creature in your graveyard. I think this is going to be pretty strong and limited. I don't know what it's going to do. Then we have Storm the Vault, enchantment that lets you create a treasure token whenever one of your creatures do combat damage to a player. When you have 5 artifacts, it flips into a land that lets you tap for 1 mana of any color, or it has Tolarian Academy effect, which is really, really strong. I'm not sure how great this card is going to be in Limited, but I think outside of Limited, certainly in Commander, this is going to be something you definitely want to play with. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's got a very, very powerful ability. So I do expect it to see some play. We're also reprinting Evolving Wilds. This is just a staple card. Nothing new about this card, so that's fine. Good to have it in the format. Then we get Gleaming Barrier. I like this card. It's an 0/4 wall for 2, colorless. When it dies, it makes a treasure token. I think this is good. If you're playing a slow, grindy deck or a controlling deck, this is what you want. You want something that, kind of brick walls your opponent there. Then we have the Azakan Seer. This is 3 for 2/3. It's green-white. It lets you tap for 1 color of any mana, which I do like. And then late game, you can sacrifice it to get back your best dino. So it helps you ramp into your best dino, and then when it becomes irrelevant, you can sacrifice it to get it back. So I like this card. Then we have Swaggering Corsair, 3 for 2/2 Human Pirate. It has Raid. It gets a 1/1 counter on it. This guy's fine if you're playing aggressive pirates. Okay, then we've got Into the Unknown, and it's a 1 green sorcery. It lets you basically just explore one of your creatures, and you can play an extra land. This is fine. I think this is going to help ramp some decks and to give a little extra beef to some of your earlier creatures. Then we've got the Awakened Amalgamation. This is 4 casting costs for an artifact creature. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control with different names. So if you think about that for a minute, this guy can get pretty big. And limited, I don't know how good it's going to be. It might be pretty decent in standard. I think it's going to be great in commander. And who knows, maybe this guy could even show up in Modern or something. I'm not too sure about that. But, you know, the ability to have a lot of different land names is a lot easier in Modern Legacy formats. Then we have our Planeswalker, Angrath the Flame Chained. This is 5 black-red Planeswalker, 4 loyalty counters to start with. +1, your opponent's going to discard a card and lose 2 life. That's fine. -3, you can steal one of their creatures to end the turn. If its mana cost, a converted mana cost is 3 or less, they don't get the creature back. It actually gets destroyed, which is really, really good. And then for -8, your opponent's going to lose life equal to the amount of cards in their graveyard. I think this card's really, really good. I think it's going to be a bomb unlimited, and I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't actually see some play in constructed formats, just because you know the creature control ability is really, really good. I like this card. Then we have the Immortal Sun artifact. It costs 6. Shuts down Planeswalker loyalty abilities. You get to draw an extra card on your turn. Your spells cost 1 less. Your creatures get +1/+1. This card is fantastic. I'm going to love playing this card unlimited. I think this card's going to fit into Commander very, very well. I don't know if it's going to see any constructed play, however. Then we do have Form of the Dinosaur. I don't really know what I think about this card. It's kind of a strange card. I mean, it's 6 casting cost enchantment. You know, it resets your life total to 15, and then your upkeep you get to do 15 damage to a creature, and then that creature does damage to you. So you get to fight a creature. I don't know if this is good. I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. You guys tell me what you think in the comments. Now here's the card that I am very excited for, the Captain Sook. I love the art on this card, first of all. You know, it gives a creature +2/+0 menace. It becomes a pirate. When it becomes unattached, it does destroy the creature, but only costs 1 to equip. The reason I like this card is because I would absolutely love to draft Captivating Crew and Captain Sook. How much fun would it be to steal your opponent's creature, make it bigger, slam them with it, and then it gets destroyed at the end of the turn because the hook becomes unattached. Then that brings us to Brass's Bounty. You know, 6 costing sorcery gives you a treasure token for each land you control. Not an exceptionally powerful card, I don't think, but for me, I am really interested in this card because I actually really like Revel in Riches. I think it would be just a ton of fun to draft these 2 cards in the same deck. They're both rare, so the likelihood's pretty low, but you never know. At some point, you're going to get that opportunity, and I think this is going to be an absolute blast. Okay, so I hope everyone enjoyed looking at the spoilers they have out for Rivals of Ixalan. I enjoyed looking at them. I'm really looking forward to the new set. And we'll try to go over more of these as they come out. If you enjoyed watching the video, I hope you go ahead and hit that like button for me. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you in our next video.